So when life causes you to ask for something that you're not yet living, and you are busy examining what you are living, your attention to what you are living keeps you from being a vibrational match to what you've asked for. The larger part of you is weller than ever before because of the sickness that you might be living right now. You've asked for more vitality and more stamina and more wellness than ever before. And vibrationally speaking, non-physically speaking, in the vibrational reality, in the vortex of creation, you are weller than ever before. But you often have your attention upon the current manifestation where you're not feeling good, or where the x-ray has pointed out something unwanted, or where the blood test is not giving you the results that you want to see. So as you not only face, wallow in. As you wallow in, we love you very much, as you wallow in your current reality, you deprive yourself of the vibrational connection to who you really are, and you hold back. You hold yourself back. You resist your own expansion. You resist your own well-being, and when you do, you feel negative emotion that is your indicator that you're doing just that. Every single time you feel negative emotion, no matter what, whether it's depression, whether it's fear, whether it's anger, whether it's overwhelmment, it does not matter what the negative emotion is, although there are levels of them in terms of intensity. All negative emotion indicates exactly the same thing. It means your life has caused you to expand to a new place, and the larger part of you has taken the expansion and is beaming the signal of it, but what you are thinking about in the moment of your negative emotion doesn't match up. And so you are holding yourself in resistant vibrational accord to who you really are and all that you have become. And until you find a way of letting go of that resistance, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to see the manifestation of what you want because you're on a different frequency than it is. You cannot set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.7 FM. The frequencies have to match up. And you cannot have your frequency set on I'm sick, or I don't have enough money, or I'm lonely. You cannot have your frequency set there and be a vibrational match to the abundance and well-being and relationship that is not just queued up for you. It is a vibrational reality that you have access to right now if you will just stop doing that thing you do that holds you apart from it. So, what's that thing you do? Well, it's morphed into a lot of variety, but that thing you do is you look at what is instead of what is. Those who are listening on the recording are going to say, what? You look at what is already manifested reality instead of what is vibrational reality. And in doing so, you don't line up with the larger part of you who exists in this larger vibration. You see, we want to find a way of convincing you of who you really are. We want you to remember you didn't just start with that infant body. You are consciousness, eternal consciousness. You've been around a really long time. You didn't just blunder in here unworthy to prove worthiness. You didn't just blunder in here hoping that life would be better. You are a creative genius who said, what could possibly be better than to come as consciousness into a time-space reality that has this much evolution already under its belt? Do you realize the enthusiasm with which you joined this time-space reality? You knew that there was so much variety to choose from. You knew that you could carve out incrementally and with incredible detail a perfect and specific chosen life by you, for you. So, here you are, in your magnificent physical bodies, in your perfect contrasting environment, sifting and sorting and doing just what you said you would do all day long, asking for improvement, asking for improvement, asking for improvement. And here we are, source energy, the inner being that is you, that which man calls God, standing in the vibrational place where all that you have asked for has already materialized vibrationally. You want to nitpick. Materialized vibrationally? Abraham? Really? And we say, oh, you are so good at interpreting vibration. What you see with your eyes is vibrational interpretation. What you hear with your ears is vibrational interpretation. So when we say there is a materialized vortex of creation, we're not stretching it far at all. It's just that you don't see it with your eyes and you don't hear it with your ears. You feel it with your gut. You feel it with your emotions. You feel it. You feel the vibration of it. You know it. Do you know the difference between seeing something and knowing something? Can't you feel knowing in your belly? Do you see love or do you feel love? Don't you know it in your belly? Do you see fear? Is there stuff in the air that you see that you say, oh, there's fear. Oh, fear. I see fear. I see fear. It's an interpretation. And you have the ability to see clearly the vibrational unfolding of that which you are. And when you do, when you have the ability, when you have trained yourself into the vibrational proximity of this vortex of creation, and we'll talk all day here about how to do that. When you deliberately move yourself vibrationally into this vortex, where you are able to feel the conclusion of the things you've been asking for, even though they have not manifested in a way that others can see them. When you know the reality of what you've been asking for, it must manifest. But we're not giving you this information so that you can manifest all of that stuff, while you will, and we want you to. We are giving you this information because you cannot be you unless you know it. You cannot be you unless you are vibrationally up to speed with you. You are not you unless you are in love. You are not you unless you are emanating love. You are not you unless you are appreciating wherever you are looking. You are not you unless you feel frisky and vital and alive and passionate. You are not you. You are a shadow of you. You are a shell of you. You are a fragment of you. You are a disconnected, too strong of word, particle, too small of word, small little part of you. You are not who you are when you feel negative emotion. You have pinched yourself off from the wholeness that is you. So, stop it. So over time, we've been saying to you that if you have a desire and your belief is the same as your desire, that's really what positive expectation is, then it has to be, and it has to be fast. Because your desire is pure, there's no resistance to it, and it's flowing to you. And you've proved that out in your own life, haven't you? The things you expect come easily to you. It's the things you don't expect that keep seemingly messing up your experience. Someone the other day says, I don't want to work there, but I have no choice. What an awful trap. I want more money, but I can't figure out how to get any. I want a mate, but I can't find a mate. And we say, when you want and you equally or greater doubt the thing you want, then you hold yourself in what feels like a tug of war to you, and it literally is a tug of war, because in your doubting you have introduced a resistance that does not allow you to go to the vortex where what you want is. So over time we've said to you, when you want it and believe it, it is. Then we began telling you that you are a creator. And that if you are a deliberate creator, which means you think more about what you want, you script it, you write about it, you talk about it, that more of the things that you want will begin to come into your experience. Be more deliberate in your intent, we said to you. Then we watched you. You worried about your thoughts too much then. You got the idea that every word that popped out of your mouth was going to bring immediate response to that word. So you said, cancel, 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 as you tried to suck back the word before law of attraction took it away and ran with it. And so then we began explaining to you that well-being really is the basis of your experience, and that you have much latitude and leeway. And that if you will think about allowing what you want to come, that there is a step 3 process. Life causes you to do step 1, ask. Source answers, and today we're telling you not just answers. Source literally becomes the vibrational equivalent of what you're asking for and holds it in this vortex where law of attraction is gathering. Step 3 is you got to figure out how to be a vibrational match. And then for a while, we offered you the analogy that when you ask, Source answers. And as law of attraction responds to Source holding the fullness of all you've asked for, as law of attraction responds to that request, the sensation to you is like a being called downstream, naturally toward the fulfillment of what you're wanting. Today, we are going to describe this process to you in yet another way. We want to say to you that when you ask, you send rockets of desire into your vibrational experience. And we've been calling this your vibrational escrow, because it's where all that you want is held in an account that's just for you, that no one else is going to sweep in. Bernie Madoff does not have access to this account. And then we began calling it a vibrational reality. It's a vibrational reality because you're so excited about this physical reality. We want you to be excited about this vibrational reality. And today we are calling this vortex, a vortex of creation. It is a vortex, and the reason that we are calling it a vortex is because as law of attraction responds to this powerful point that the source within you is holding on your behalf, this much larger than you part of you, this much larger than the physical part of you, non-physical part of you, stands there holding this pure thought of what you've been asking for, and with the absence of resistance to this and law of attraction's response to that, there is a powerful vortex that is created, a vortex of attraction. And this is the most important thing for you to hear about this, where all cooperative components are being assembled. The question is, are you a cooperative component? And the answer is, if you're mostly joyful, mostly happy, mostly eager, mostly frisky, then yes, you could count yourself as a cooperative component. And if all of that is true, then you're saying to us, things work out for me. Ideas come just at the right time. I flow in and out of all things. I rendezvous with like-minded people. Wonderful things happen. I barely think about something that I want, and the path to achieve it is unfolding for me. I feel good all of the time. I wake up, I hit the floor with a feeling of enthusiasm for life. I feel reborn anew every day of my life experience. If that's the way you are describing yourself, then you are often, most often, in the vortex. But if you're ornery, if you're confused, if you feel resentment, then you're not in the vortex, not consistently. And if you're like most people, you're in and out, in and out. If you're like most people, you're out, and out, and out, and out, and out, and in, and out, and out, and out, and out, and out, and damn mad about being out, and in, and out, and out, and out, and joining an online chat group about how crummy it is to be out, and out, and out, and out, and out, and in, and out. If you're like most people, you're out mostly, on the brink of it sometimes, and in rarely, but you've been in enough to taste the sweetness of alignment, enough so that when you're not in there experiencing the fullness of all that is meant to be for you, you resent it. You know something is really, 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 really wrong. And that's why when you don't feel good, you want to blame this one and that one and this one and that one and this one and that one. Usually the person you live with is the person that gets the brunt of your blame about you not being in the vortex, but we want to lovingly give it all back to you. You get the credit, 100% of the credit, about whether you're in the vortex or whether you're not in the vortex. We just want to do the best sales job ever about wanting to inspire your desire to be in the vortex, because we see clearly what you've put there, and we know the expansiveness of who you have become, and we know the capacity for clarity and love that is really you, and we don't blame you a little bit if you're not completely up to speed with the fullness of who you have become. You feel awful and you want it. We just want to say to you, there's no way of filling the void of not being in the vortex other than getting in the vortex. Can't buy one more thing and bring it home. Can't eat something, drink something, shoot something. You can't find somebody else to give their attention to you, to love you enough. In other words, it's not possible for you to fill the void that is the fullness of who you are without getting in the vortex, which simply means you just got to stop doing that thing you do that doesn't let you in. So what are some of the things you do that prevent you from getting into the vortex? And you understand this vortex is just this high, non-resistant energy place where you rendezvous with the source. Esther's in the vortex, otherwise she could not receive Abraham with this clarity. In other words, she is up to speed with the vibration that is us, and that's why the conversation is seamless between the intent of that which we are offering and her ability to deliver it. That's in the vortex. When you're in the vortex, that's when your inspiration is at its greatest. That's where authors and artists and musicians, that's where those that you call masters often find what they call their inspiration. They're in the vortex.